I just hope it's enough for you all. If not, when it comes to the name, I don't know what to tell you. I'm going to show you as much as we can show you today. But if you continue to call on that other name, that's on you. Okay? Here's a list from all the gods Here's a list of all the gods of Egypt. Okay? For those that are online right now, what I'm going to do here, I am going to send you all the link so that you'll have the information to go there yourselves while we're on Justin tonight. So you can have the source yourself. Okay? We like to say, if you don't believe us, look it up for yourselves. Okay? So, here's the link for you. I want y'all to hyperlink there, or copy and paste that and follow us. Alright? And if you call on these names after this, there's nothing we can do for you. Okay? Because if you continue to call on these other gods, may the God of Israel have mercy on you. Okay. We're going to attempt this. It says here, man's first gods were the forces of nature. Terrifying and unpredictable, they were feared rather than revered by our ancestors. Yet while much of the world was in darkness, worshiping cruel incarnations of natural forces, a river valley in Africa held a people who followed a different path. They worshiped gods, G-O-D-S, that were beautiful to behold, luminous beings that walked the earth, guiding the human race to paradise. They had human forms but were much more powerful. Yet like humans, they got angry, despaired, fought with one another, had children, and fell in love. They lived lives that were very much like those of the people who worshipped them, the ancient Egyptians. They were gods to be feared, yes, as all gods, but they were also gods to be loved. What's more, the Egyptians enjoyed talking about the gods, like the gods of the Greeks and Romans. The Egyptian gods seem to be made for storytelling. Now, it's important we go into this. It's important that we go into this. That's fine. Because you might recognize that on your money you have the all-seeing eye in the Great Pyramid. That Washington, D.C.'s design is designed after Cairo in Egypt, ancient Egypt. All their designs link directly to Egypt. All the gods they're worshiping in masonry are Egyptian gods. Okay? In the Catholic Church worship the same symbols. They got an obelisk right there, the Roman Catholic Church. Islam got a lot of the Egyptian symbols also because they're the same gods. Now, as you can see, here's a few of them. They got them numbered on this page from A to Z, the name of every god of Egypt. Okay? You got Akin, Amha, which is devourer of millions. You got Anubis, the god of embalming. You have Baal, the god of thunder. That was an Egyptian god. Right? Egyptian gods. And who do we have under the wise of the Egyptian gods? Yah, another moon god. Yah, a moon god that was worshipped in ancient Egypt before Israel came out of Egypt. Let me read this on Yah. Yah, the other Egyptian moon god. Okay. Let me read it. It says here, it is interesting that the earliest references to the name Yah refer to the moon as a satellite of the earth in its physical form. From this, the term becomes conceptualized as a lunar deity, pictorially anthropomorphic, but whose manifestations from hieroglyphic evidence can include the crescent of the new moon. The crescent moon in Islam is Yah. The ibis and the falcon, which is comparable to the other moon deities, Thoth and Kahansu. Of course, the complexity and controversy of Yah stem from the term's similarity to the earlier form of the name of the modern God of the Jews, Yahweh. Christians and Muslims, as well as the fact that their ancestors were so intermingled with those of the Egyptians. In fact, the distinctive attribute of this God makes research on his God of the Jews, Yahweh. Christians and Muslims, as well as the fact that their ancestors were so intermingled with those of the Egyptians. In fact, the distinctive attribute of this God makes research on his ancient Egyptian mythology all the more difficult. How can we say that it's a Hebrew God when the Egyptians had it before the Hebrews? We didn't receive the modern term of Yahweh or the YHWH until the Tetragrammaton of what you would call the 10th century AD, when the Masoretes, which are the Jewish people, injected the name that they were calling into the records of the Hebrews after we fell. So we wake up some 1,000 years later and look at the Hebrew and look at the Tetragrammaton as some type of authority, not knowing that the Jewish people put their God in the record so that they can one day rule the earth like they're ruling today. That's the God they're calling on, Yahweh or Yah or the YHWH, the moon god, linked directly to ancient Egypt. There's more. This is going to blow you all away here. Okay? This goes into the origin of Yahweh.
Same thing.
No, it's called Paganism by Roger Hathaway. I'll give him that link too. Also by Roger Hathaway, the sacred name of God or blasphemy? That's the question.
Wow.
Is the God we calling on blasphemy? Let's read. It says, I genuinely appreciate that many people are attempting to take a sincere religious position by honoring a sacred name for God, like Yahweh. I think it's being done somewhat in reaction against the organized Christian churches, which are nothing more than painted sepulchres. Unfortunately, most people are not aware that such sacred names originated in non-Israelite pagan cultures of the ancient Near East. There is evidence that the YHWH was the name of a god worshipped by neighboring races, but there is no evidence that such a name was used by true Israelites in ancient times. From the historical evidence, it appears that the Edomites have given true Israelites one more fraud, which some of our people have claimed with enthusiasm, even making it central to their religion. Here are some details of the history of the word Yahweh, or YHWH. It seems that the use of a personal name of God, specifically Yahweh, came into practice during the captivities as some of the Israelites adopted the Aramean deity. The name probably came officially to the Israelite religion when the Edomites joined the Jerusalem temple about 150 years before Christ. There is evidence that Yahweh had been the Edomites' Lord as far back as 1400 BC. The oldest known appearance of the name Yahweh outside the Holy Land was in Egypt about 1400 BC, where it is found on lists with 5 other sacred names. Ramesses II listed 6 times. Now, this is Ramesses II lists Yahweh's name 6 times and is on the hieroglyphics.
Wow.
That's before Israel came out of Egypt. So don't think that these records have anything to do with our fathers. There's more.
What thing is that again?
This is the sacred name of the Most High, or blasphemy. You got it? I'm going to send this so they can have this too. Someone asked, what about the word amen? Amen is actually a Hebrew word that means so be it. That's all it means. You can say that in English, so be it.
But don't they got like a godly worship name?
They got Amen Ra.
Oh,
Exactly. But the word amen itself in English, amen, is A-M-A-N, which just means so be it. Amen. That's all it means. So by you saying amen, you're not worshiping Amen Ra. It's just the English translation of so be it. Okay, if amen make you feel uncomfortable after you pray, say so be it. All right. Now, I'm going to see if I could give y'all this one too. Hold on. Because this is very important, folks. We got brothers that swear they calling on the Most High and have no history of the Tetragrammaton and have no history of the word Yahweh before the Israelites ran into it. They don't even have no idea who the Edomites were calling on. They just take anything the nations give us, and instead of, you know what would be the safe thing to do? The safest thing would just call the Most High what He said call Him.
Right.
That would be the safest thing. At least you know you're not calling on the gods of the other nations.
True.
Why would you hold to those other gods without knowing their origin? Why would you hold to Yahweh or Jehovah or the YHWH? Because the Jewish people gave them to you? Wake up, folks. Let me see if I have it here, so I can give them the link here.